What is it? Analville.
I'm trying to tell you, Keith, it wasn't funny the first time.
Smile! You're on NSA camera!
Could have been worse. A little chilly.
Show her your atomic fireball.
Oh my gosh, there you
My
go.
proposal, which gives me great nuclear waste confidence, is that we should dilute the radioactive waste in our internal organs. And this is your chunk right here. But I would advise you to put it in a lead box until you are ready for the dilution process. Because it'll kill you in 3 minutes from the gamma radiation. So I would suggest a very thick lead box of no less than 2 inches in thickness for a size of radioactive waste this big.
Okay.
And of course, we will compensate you with incentives
All that way.
for your generous service to the cause.
Walking up to the front of the road. We'll make our way.
All right. Anti-nuclear.
Do you want me to carry something?
I would like you to take all of this radioactive waste off of my hands permanently. You are a member of the public, aren't you?
I guess.
This radioactive waste
Jane Doe.
belongs to you. It is my gift to you for the holidays.
Thank you so much.
In fact, we will give you $1 American for every metric ton of high-level radioactive waste that you will host in your home.
What can I do with it? Raise mushrooms?
You can use it as a paperweight on your desk, but again, I would advise a very thick lead-lined box, which gives it heft to hold your papers down in that diabolical wind, which kills birds just all the time, that wind.
Right.
The wind itself is noxious. It's not only the wind turbines, it's the wind itself.
It's unreliable.
It can tell
The wind is toxic.
It is toxic.
noxious, liberal type gases that emit from the mouths of liberal television and radio hosts. It's called glowing green. We found that out at
Glowing green?
So here we are on the 71st anniversary of the first fissioning of atoms by humans on the face of the planet, and we are on our way to a Nuclear Regulatory Commission waste confidence meeting because we have the utmost confidence.
They're gonna blow it.
After 71 years, they have finally figured out where to put all this radioactive crap. And for 56 years, we have been commercially generating nuclear waste from boiling water by splitting atoms to produce electricity. And, it's all been a fantasy. Fantasy of, nuclear power too cheap to meter, nuclear accidents that are impossible to happen, and nuclear waste that is not only not a problem, but it is a resource that we can use for unlimited power generation. And here in America, we can live fat and happy forever after, and actually enjoy our nuclear waste.
Do you think they're going to bury the nuclear waste under the mall? Here?
No, actually,
In La La Land?
that gets to another, because there are so many ways you can dispose of nuclear waste. You can dispose of it in shale. You can dispose of it in granite. You can dispose of it in salt. You can dispose of it in basalt. You can even bury it under the seabed, or you can launch it into outer space. What a great idea. Except on January 28, 1986, they said, no more. No, we can't talk about launching it into outer space anymore, because that's a stupid idea. But all the other ones are good. So we're going to have confidence after we hear from our NRC folks that it's all good. End of speech.
Sounds good. I heard they wanted to put it down in the ocean floor, down in the crack.
Yes, seabed disposal.
Yes.
I mentioned
Yeah. Pebble bed disposal,
No,
seabed.
that's the reactor.
Reactors, yeah.
We may actually be
This is good. This is public.
What do you have to say?
I was nowhere near here.
There are
Categorically denied. It's a shell game.
I have talked to Action News more than once. But that guy has been on the national. This guy just, he actually, this is on pre-channel.
Hoping you can help me.
What he did was in Kevin's own words, he threaded an elephant through the eye of a needle.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
He did it well. I'm just on the B team.
Okay. I'm just here too.
Here we are. Hello. How are you? Thanks for coming.
Hi there.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing well.
Good.
This is a historic day, you know.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Is there one person who's kind of speaking on the behalf that we could get a quick interview with?
That would, you know, if there was just one person, that would have to probably be Kevin Camps.
Kevin.
He's right up here.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the guy who's
You know, but there are many people here who are capable.
Okay.
And I would power up people.
That delusion is the solution to radioactive pollution. And so I would like your assistance in my delusion. I have a little chunk of radioactive waste for each of you to take home tonight. But I would suggest that you put it in a very thick lead-lined box immediately, or it will kill you within 3 minutes from the gamma radiation. I hope you have a lead box with you. What I'm really looking for is perhaps a Native American reservation, perhaps way out west, where we can put all of the radioactive waste in one place, just in time for the holidays. Radioactive man, could you please help me in this process? This is the radioactive waste receptacle, and it needs to be followed by the good old greenback.
Right.
These are incentives to the community.
You just take that all the way through.
First we put in the radioactive waste, then we put in the incentives. You see, societal consent in state-of-the-art technology, and there's plenty more consent right here. They don't call me Mr. Moneybags for nothing. All the way.
Is that tax subsidies? Is it?
Radioactive waste is one of the biggest subsidies that my industry enjoys. In fact, the federal government agreed to take hold of the waste in 1957. At this point, we are suing the federal government to the tune of $500 million per year for breach of contract, not taking out the garbage. They were supposed to start taking it in 1998, which means you, the taxpayers, are on the hook. You're such chumps. Please, everyone, here, take a chunk of radioactive waste home with you for the holidays. You can use it to eat up your turkey.
Kevin,
Or your ham.
Kevin,
Or your whole turkey if you're a vegan.
Kevin, come back.
Radioactive waste for you?
I'm actually allergic to those
Get off
atomic
my hand.
fireballs.
Thank you.
By the way, $500 billion of U.S. taxpayer
The
subsidy.
nuclear industry appreciates
$500
your sacrifice.
billion in the last 56
I would like to
years.
sing the praises of the nuclear regulatory
Down the
commission.
hole.
They give a whole new meaning to public service. Serving the public up on a platter to the nuclear industry. We love the NRC.
For protecting the public health and safety.
There are many tons of radioactive waste.
Oh, thanks. I'll double my dose.
Thank you, Peon.
Is this what you gave Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and Fukushima to?
we are the peaceful atom. We have nothing to do, well, except for the fact that the hydrogen in the hydrogen bombs comes from a commercial reactor. But who knows about such things? We try to keep that quiet. But then there are troublemakers, of course, who sometimes bring these things to light, inform reporters about it. We don't like that very much.
Can we borrow you before?
They need to borrow you, Kevin.
We won't take you long. For long.
Just look at her and location.
Yep. Do you want to lift for the interview or?
So can I do it in character? Or? I can either do it in character as Mr. Burns, or I have to do a straight act.
I think people would like to see Mr. Burns. They might watch the news more if they saw a cartoon.
Well, first thing, can I ask your first and your last name? Just spell both of them for me.
My name is Montgomery Burns. Motgommerburns.
Actually, is there anyone else? Because I think it makes a point, but they may not put it on there if I do that. Just for even for copyright infringement, they may not. 'Cause we're not
yeah. Maybe you wanna.
All right.
That's the only thing I worry.
Yeah, there you go.
We're an ABC.
Go for
We
it.
got
Go
tons of
for it,
video.
Kevin. Give them your best shot.
All right.
How's the hair?
Again.
Put this makeup on.
Your first and last name. Spell both for me.
My name is Kevin Camps. KevinKamps.
Kevin, why are you? It looks like more than like a dozen people out here today. What message are you spreading?
Well, we're protesting this Nuclear Regulatory Commission meeting. It's called Nuclear Waste Confidence, and it's a con game. It's a con job. It's an illusion of solutions to the radioactive waste problem. So at Davis-Besse nuclear power plant in this part of the country here, you have many hundreds of tons of high-level radioactive waste in an indoor pool of water that's long ago filled to capacity. They've put the overflow parking into outdoor silos of concrete and steel. The pool has been leaking actually since the year 2000, radioactive water. The dry casks were defective from the start. And this situation, as bad as it is replicated around the country. Other places on the Great Lakes shorelines, the drinking water supply for 40 million people, on rivers, on the seacoasts. This is a radioactive waste crisis. And here we are on the 71st anniversary today of Enrico Fermi with the first reactor during the Manhattan Project in the race for the bomb. We don't know what to do with the first cupful of radioactive waste that Fermi generated on December 2nd, 1942. What the NRC is trying to do is grant a rubber stamp, a blank check to the nuclear power industry to make as much high-level radioactive waste as they want forever into the future. We already have 70,000 metric tons of this stuff in the United States from the commercial industry. We don't know what to do with it. It's in dangerous pools. It's in dangerous dry casks. These are accidents waiting to happen. Fukushima Daiichi, with the Unit 4 pool there on the brink of collapse, that would make what's happened at Fukushima Daiichi thus far look small in comparison if the high-level radioactive waste there catches on fire. So we have to stop making this stuff. For the stuff that already exists, unfortunately, we need to put it into hardened on-site storage, a major safety upgrade as to what's happening right now. The pools need to be emptied before something happens. And we need to stop making it because we don't have any solutions.
Let me ask you this, my last thing. For people who may be watching it, who may not know that much, who may not be educated on it, on either side of it, what are some things that you ask them to do and some reasons that they should be concerned about, what's going on in their communities?
I think folks at home should call their elected officials and say enough's enough. Wind power, solar power, energy efficiency, that's the future. Countries like Germany know that. They're world leaders in it. We have so much more potential here. And Toledo is a hotbed for solar photovoltaics manufacture. That's where the jobs are at. So we need to stop subsidizing the nuclear power industry. Right now, as we speak, taxpayers are footing the bill, $500 million a year, paying legal damages to the nuclear power industry because the federal government has not taken out their high-level radioactive waste garbage. So we need to stop this madness. We need to reset our course on clean, safe, renewable energy and energy efficiency. Nuclear is a thing of the past. The problem is radioactive waste is our curse on all future generations. That's why we need to stop making it.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry I couldn't do it in costume. I just worried. I want to get it on there, so yeah.
He's the best.
You don't think Rupert Murdoch would approve your broadcast?
Crack in Davis-Besse. That 30-foot running crack they got there. Yeah, I shut that thing down. Yeah. Bad news. Cracking nuclear reactors are on their way out. We hope they are on their way out before they blow up. Merci beaucoup.
There's more media coming. Great job, as always.
That's
If you have a
wonderful.
handheld radiation monitor, you can find the radioactive waste receptacle under any circumstance.